Assalamualaikum. Welcome back again on SMG 501 Organization and Behavior. So today we are going to continue with our chapter, which is the foundations of group behavior. As you know, working in the organization means that you have interactions with humans and you need to learn about human behavior. Most importantly, you are going to work within a group. Okay, so let's look at this chapter. A group can be defined as two or more individuals interacting interdependent. They're depending on each other in achieving a particular objective. So group can either be formal or informal. So formal group is those who are defined by the organization structures, while informal means that we create friends informally and non-organizationally determined, which means that maybe the group is formed due to the same interests, the same common interests, and we have same hobbies, same personality. So this is what we call as informal group, right? So social identity group means that we consider people as group members due to the emotion reactions, and we see that we have we belong to that group due to our as I mentioned earlier, due to our common interests, hobbies, or attitudes and personality. Okay, so social identities will help us to understand who we are and where we fit in with people, because we won't easily go for any groups, but we are going to go for groups that have common things that we can share with. If not, then we're not going to blend in into that group. Okay. Alright, so there are several characteristics that make a social identity important to a person. First, we need to have a similarity. Kita kena make sure that we have common things that we can share with. Distinctiveness, which means that we feel close, or we feel that we belong in that group. Status, we surely need to have a similar status. We won't be hanging around with people who have different status rather than us. Uncertainty reduction, we have to make sure that we have a low level of anxiety when we are in that group. Okay, so 5 stages of group development. Before this, in SMG 453, you have learned about group development, stages of group development. You have the same stages, and only in SMG 453 you only have 4 stages, but here we have 5 stages. After performing, we have adjourning. Adjourning means that we are sustaining the relationship to ensure that we can keep up with a good relationship with that particular group. Alright, so in every group, everyone has different role. Okay, so role is a set of expected behavior pattern which we carry in a social unit. Okay, so it is very important for us to understand what is our role in that group, so that we won't be feel left behind, and we won't be depressed about what is happening and what is our role in that particular group. If you're not sure about what is our role in that group, then that will become a problem. There is where we feel that we don't belong to that group, and so forth and so on. But it's actually not because we not belong to that group. It's just that we are unsure about what is our role in that particular group. Okay, role perceptions is one's or our perceptions towards on how to act in a given situation. Expectation is how people see us and people believe in us on how we should react towards a situation. So this is two different things that you need to understand. Perception is that your perceptions towards how are you going to act towards a situation, but expectations is actually on how people put belief in you on how you should be acting in handling a situation. Okay, role conflict is where we have different types of role. For example, I am your friend, but in the same time I am also the group leader, so I need to be very responsible. I need to direct my team to achieve goals, but at the same time I'm your friend, so definitely I'm going to have a role conflict, because uh, if I want to ask something from you guys, and I'll be having problem in determining whether am I going to ask in a good way as a friend or as a leader. So this is what we call as role conflict. Okay. Norms. Okay, norms also happens in a group. Norms is acceptable standards, or it's actually what we always do. What are the norms, or what are the things that we always do in that group? So it's become something familiarized in that particular group. Okay, so we have performance norms. Okay, the groups that always focus on performance. Appearance norms, a group that only focusing on the appearance. You will see, if you look at if you can observe and study uh, the trend nowadays, people who have a good appearance will befriend with those who are also like that. Okay, and those who are what we call more santai santai kan. So they have different groups. So appearance norms, itu adalah norms, adalah kebiasaannya macam mana. Usually yang dekan-dekan ni nak lepak dengan yang dekan-dekan je kan, yang biasa-biasa lepak biasa-biasa je, yang suka-sukan je. So norms ni adalah kebiasaan yang kita wujudkan dalam satu group tu, and it becomes something that we are used to it. Gitu. Social arrangement norms, resource allocation norms. Okay, so itu adalah norms ataupun norma-norma yang biasa ada. Okay, status, as I mentioned earlier, in a group, bila kita nak join group ke apa, kita akan focus on the status. Status is socially defined position or rank given to a group or group members by others. So status ni maknanya macam kita letak satu rank dekat dia. Okay, dia ni team yang macam power, ini tu tak power sangat. So we put the rank there, and status ni juga akan menentukan group members dan sebagainya. Okay, status characteristic theory, where the differences in status characteristic create status hierarchies within the group. Setiap group, macam tu lah orang kata, dalam satu kelas pun dia orang mungkin berpuak-puakan. This is due to the status characteristic theory, because we tend to put like every single thing into differences. So kita asing-asingkan benda tu. That's why dia ada hierarchies dan sebagainya. Padahal saya rasa sama je semua kan. Status is derived from one of the three sources: power of a person wills over others, personal ability to contribute to a group goals, and individual personal character. Ada setengah orang memang born to be a leader, dia tak payah buat lebih-lebih, dia memang dah jadi leader. So itu pun dah meletakkan dia sebagai macam, bila kita tanya siapa nak jadi class rep ke apa, kita dah tahu dah siapa, because of one of these three. Okay, so macam itulah maksudnya status tu dalam group. Okay, group size affects the group overall behavior, sebab large group, bila ada group yang besar, you have lots of diverse input, you can have lots of ideas. But smaller group better in doing something with input, sebab bila lagi sikit, kerja tu jadi lagi efektif. Alright, so next, explaining on the implications of diversity for group effectiveness. Diversity, you pun dah belajar dalam SMG 453 juga. Diversity ialah differences that you have within the group. So benda ni penting, sebab this is the thing that make your group is different towards the other. Okay kan? So penting untuk you jaga, tapi you have to remember diversity can cause conflict, sebab kadang-kadang kita tak faham dengan perbezaan tu dan dia boleh menyebabkan konflik. Right. Okay, strength of group decision making. So kalau group decision making ni sebenarnya bagus sebab dia complete, you ada complete information and knowledge, sebab ada ramai orang, so akan ada banyak pendapat and you have lots of information there. And it also increase diversities of views, because I see things differently and you see things differently, especially when we have different races and cultures in our group. So they have their own views, so we have different views that can help in our decision making. Increase acceptance of solutions, but the weaknesses are time consuming, because there are so many persons, everyone wants to talk about their opinions and their views, so this will cause time consuming. Conformity pressure, because semua orang nak suarakan idea, semua orang nak idea dia diterima kan, so ada conformity pressures. And dominance of a few members, sometimes idea tu tak diterima pakai sebab dia bukan siapa-siapa dalam group. Okay, ambiguous responsibility, people doesn't know their roles and responsibility in that particular group. Okay, effectiveness and efficiency of group decision, accuracy and speed, creativity, acceptance. Okay, so next we have groupthink. Groupthink is where a situations of group pressure for conformity data the group from critically appraising unusual, minority or unpopular views. This is related to the norms. Groupthink ni adalah satu macam kita a conflict that arise due to unpopular views or minority views kan. Tiba-tiba buat decision, keputusan tu diambil daripada minority team, so itu akan mewujudkan groupthink lah. This is related to the norm. Group shift is a change between group decision and individual decisions that a member within a group would make. Maknanya from an individual's punya decision kita change to from group decision kita change to individual decision. Maknanya the leader take lead and dia dengar the whole group listen to that particular leader punya decision. Okay. Most group decision making takes place in interacting groups, which means kita buat face-to-face meeting and then kita ada verbal to non-verbal interactions and we communicate to each other. Okay. Brainstorming, as you know, brainstorming ni biasalah macam kita list out the ideas apa semua kan. So in the brainstorming session, the group leader tu akan bagi tahu what is the problem clearly, and then kita akan put in as many alternatives as we can. Okay. Lastly, nominal group technique. Nominal group technique ni will restrict the discussions or interpersonal communication during the decision making process. Maknanya kita dah hadkan apa yang kita kita dah hadkan apa yang kita nak buat ataupun kita nak decide. So basically in this point, group members are physically present but members operate independently. So kita tak mengharapkan keputusan daripada orang lain, kita dah tahu dah apa yang kita nak buat. So that is nominal group technique. Okay. So that is all for group foundations. Hope that everyone will understand this. You need to remember that in SMG 101 team development stages ada 5. Okay, adjourning lah sekali. And then you need to understand this the effectiveness of brainstorming, nominal group technique, interacting dan sebagainya. Kemudian you also need to know group think, group shift, what is the definition and how does it work. Okay. With that, I hope that we'll see each other again on the next chapter. Thank you so much. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.